Plus the fact that there's more than one Santa at a given place at a given time, then you have to have an explanation for that.
That's
So
what I
there-
always heard. Yeah.
Santa's
I
magic,
just work
man.
for
It's just
Santa.
he's like he
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
turns
and
into dust and like
heaven
reappears.
forbid
Like,
your kids catch two Santas in the same place at the same time.
well, you can obviously sometimes tell them that some Santas are fake and hired, but they're not the real deal.
they're representatives. They're all representatives of Santa. That's
all
the- yeah,
representatives,
yeah, yeah.
but not the real Saint Nick.
So,
Right.
So, fun fact: my grandfather is a Santa
No.
in Dallas. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he
wow.
is. He plays, which is funny because he's quite the character. Maybe that shouldn't be playing Santa, but he has the looks.
Like bad Santa?
Yeah.
Like
That's
Santa, what's that red stain on your beard? Like wine? What?
He is a wino. This is true. It's good for his heart, he says. So.
Awesome. A lot of smiling, right?
Yeah.
And he looks the part, so he
Oh,
doesn't have to
definitely.
bring the external beard and wig or something.
Nah, he's the real
rocks
deal.
that all-
He's
all
got it
year
built
long,
in.
so.
I
Yeah.
guess that's how some of the other things are overlooked, right? I mean, when you look the part, they don't ask as many questions. If you
Yeah, I'm
don't.
telling you, yeah. An actor can act. A real Santa is just in his own legitimate self. He's just being himself.
I'm sure he's a sweet Santa, just after hours.
All right, so I want to run down a couple Christmas items talking about Christmas.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
The baton has been passed.
bam. So Christmas Boat Parade teaser coming in hot. That is on December 12th. Everybody's super excited. It is December 12th, right? Yeah.
Whatever a week from Saturday is. And
It's- yeah.
That sounds right to me. Yeah.
It's the only day I don't have written down in my notes because I should know that right now. It's December 12th. It's going to be, all over Clear Lake.
I can
It's,
confirm December 12th is the date of the 56th annual Christmas
Yeah,
boat.
it's
It's one of the truly special events in this area.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. We had really good seats last year watching it. We're going to have even better seats this year because we're actually working on coming at you live at the Kemah Boardwalk next to the judges' tent, possibly to do a show and film a little bit of the parade coming by for you guys to see. So that will be really amazing. Everybody should come out. There's all sorts of different places to view that. I mean, literally from South Shore Harbor, to the Hilton, different venues, the bars. People bring their boats out. They hang out at their friends' houses on the water. But Kemah Boardwalk, the Seabrook Waterfront District, those are the main areas to kind of catch everybody together. And then at the end, I believe everybody
Post party.
ends
At
the
Barge.
post party at Barge.
Barge and Cabo, that's
Barge and Cabo,
the North Shore of Clear Lake
Sure,
over there.
really,
right there.
at this
Barge,
point,
Cabo.
the pinnacle of the North Shore and kind of like the holding down. The Barge district over here on the north side of Clear Lake, which brings me to my next point at Barge. So we've got the Christmas Boat Parade. Really excited about that. We're going to talk about that next week. Possibly have somebody on the show to talk about that from the chamber. Might come at you, from a really, really cool location. We're not really sure yet, but we like I said, we're going to try to broadcast at the Kemah Boardwalk at Barge 295 on the same day, 12 to 4. So they're going to be busy prior to the post party. They're doing snow day, and they're going to bring in snow machines.
Oh, wow.
I probably should have confirmed 1,000%, but as of right now, social media and everything is a go for this. So snow day, snow machines, Santa's coming in over there at Barge, so that'll be really cool. They've got the new area built off, and I'm sure
Open air,
so
open air event,
there's
event center, live
there's
music venue.
no other bar or music venue or floating tavern that could pull off a snow day. They don't have the space, or they're just not equipped for it. So yeah, that's awesome. Rock on for that. Moody Gardens, like I said, we are the waterfront capital of Texas. We cover anything from Conroe to Galveston. Clear Lake is where we live. That's where we're from. But Moody Gardens, I'm a big fan of there. We love Galveston. They're doing Holiday in the Gardens. That's November 21st through January 2nd. I've been to that, many years. That's, I think might have changed names over the years. Different,
They're going to do the ice again.
I don't know the details on the ice this year. I don't know if they brought that in or not. That contract may be done. Don't quote me, but they have they have a ridiculous setup over there. Frank Billingsley comes in and opens it up every single year. Let me pull up a picture. I'll kind of go down the rundown of what they got going on. So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, they just have. I mean, there's lights set up all over the gardens, lights down by the water. I mean, it's a pretty cool spectacle. And then a little bit up, so that's in Galveston. And then, like I said, we're covering anything Christmas, anything by the water. Let's talk about Lago Mar. So this is the first year that Lago Mar. They're not even 1 year open officially yet. They opened, I believe, in May. We did the grand opening, kind of soft opening. We did a demo at Lago Mar. And if you're not familiar with Lago Mar, it's a 12-acre lagoon right here in Texas City. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's an awesome new development. There's houses.
Yeah, massive real estate development.
Oh, I mean, just incredible. If you want to live on the water and not, I mean, just have fresh, clean water. It's basically a 12-acre pool. It's absolutely, it's literally dazzling. It's awesome, and it's only getting bigger and better. It'll be done in 2021, but you can go there now and enjoy it. Lights Over Lago is what they're calling it. So it's Lago Mar, Lights Over Lago, December 5th and December 12th. So this isn't something that's every single week in December. I think they had one rain out, and then December 5th, December 12th.
Next 2 weekends, yeah.
3 to 9 p.m. The next two, believe Saturdays, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm definitely going to check that out, guys, and I definitely suggest going over to Lago Mar. We're actually going to be doing a show there soon as well, probably around the springtime. So they've been wanting to have us for a while. We've been really strong supporters of them, and
yeah, it's a really cool. It's a really cool residential development. It's like one of the last remaining great tracks. You know, it's funny as this area grows. You know, the development kind of goes further south towards the edge of edge
of the earth for Texas, man.
Edge of Texas, right? I mean, to the causeway, and obviously there's already some developments there. So there's not a lot of places for new developments in this area, and Lago Mar is the new
There's some
great
space over there at League City, Texas City, and even Lamarck soon here. I feel like Houston is a very, very big, strong, growing city community. More and more Fortune 500 companies are coming from California and all over the place, and people
heard a rumor,
melting pot diversity.
HP relocating.
Wow. I mean, it's another one. I mean,
right.
So. Huge businesses.
And HP is not only relocating to the Houston area, but from what I understand, Southeast Houston, which is the waterfront capital of Texas.
Oh, wow.
They're coming.
Very nice.
They're coming here.
Yeah. So they already had a pretty big office here, right? But they're going to be doing.
Well, they acquired Compact. Obviously Compact,
so they had the old Compact.
Yeah. So they
right.
and that was on the north side of town.
So they've got that facility. They're probably still.
Which is not their main. But apparently, this was actually in a conversation I had with some real estate people today. I mean, apparently they're moving to Southeast Houston from California. So
wow, man, that's incredible.
Huge. I mean, incredible. We'll see. I mean,
and not just Houston. We're all about Houston here, but I mean, I remember when Petco or PetSmart moved to San Antonio, 6 years ago, and I mean, they are coming here in droves. Dallas has more Fortune 500 companies than any other city in the country.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I believe
sure.
that to be true.
Yeah, so it's that's insane. So we are the waterfront capital of Texas, but Texas in general, and we are the capital of the water here. I mean, and this is where those people come and hang out and have fun and choose to live if their industry's here. A couple more things I want to touch on. Jingle on the Boardwalk. So, Kemah Boardwalk, obviously, we're talking about that. Big fans, never gets old.
Oh, yeah.
It's open on Christmas Day, every weekend in December, Friday through Saturday. I don't know the hours, but they're doing all sorts of different festivities and things like that. And actually, let me go back real quick. I just want to touch base on one quick thing. I got ahead of myself on Jingle on the Boardwalk. I want to talk about what Lights Over Lago has to offer. So, they're going to do fantastic light displays, family holiday movie, caroling karaoke, ornament decorating, fun holiday photo ops, s'mores, Santa, hot cocoa, tasty treats. So that's, again, Lago Mar. And then, the annual Jingle on the Boardwalk every weekend in December at Kemah Boardwalk. So, I mean, literally, if it's in Galveston at Moody Gardens, off its bayou, off the Gulf of Mexico, if it's literally in an artificial, amazing lagoon in Texas City, right here on Clear Lake or on the Kemah Boardwalk or Galveston Bay, you can literally do all these amazing Christmas things. And then last thing I want to talk on, just a quick food thing. I'm a big fan of Guido's, which is on the seawall in Galveston.
100,
over 100 years old.
Yeah.
I actually,
100 years seemed like that was 10 years ago to me. So
kind of have an indirect relationship with the family, not direct, but know a lot of people that are very, very close with the Guido's, and just beautiful, beautiful restaurant.
Absolutely.
Pecan pie this year for Christmas, guys, for the holiday season. They're a little pricey, but they're literally, I think, the best pecan pies in the waterfront capital of Texas.
Boom.
So $50, you heard it here, Weekends on the Water, famous pecan pies at Guido's on the seawall, $50. They're well worth it. Take those to your holiday parties or just for yourself, buy yourself one for Christmas. So, yes, sir.
Now you got me hungry.
Yeah, man. That's your Weekends on the Water update from JP Davlin.
Great job.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, there's an event coming up Saturday that I'm excited about, and I don't know, some people out there might be familiar with the Hunger. Depending on where you live, you might be familiar with them. I mean, I know some parts of the country they're a one-hit wonder because they had one song that was huge back in the day. Or if you grew up in this area, they're the most influential and commercially successful band ever to come out of a waterfront capital of Texas garage. They toured with Kiss.
Cheers to that, man.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's
impressive.
And of course, a lot of people listening to the show probably are familiar with Scout Bar, and one of the founding brothers of the Hunger, it launched Scout Bar back in the day, to basically allow all, he actually, I did an interview with him on the Gulf Coast Power Hour last week, and
nice.
He explained that the Scout Bar is basically the club that he always wished the Hunger could play in back when he was touring with the Hunger,
right.
Back when they were touring.
Built his perfect venue.
Yeah, built his perfect venue, and it kind of shows that, he gets bands in there that we have no business, seeing in such an intimate venue, whether it be, bands like Papa Roach and Taproot and all these, really huge bands in their heyday or up-and-coming bands. I mean, I remember seeing Hinder play. Hinder was the first opening act for 3 other bands in September that same year. Right after they opened up that show, they blew up and they played the Super Bowl in February.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really, it's really interesting to see, and obviously the Scout Bar has been a huge, supporter of local music also. And of course the new,
so well known.
Yeah.
And just locally supported by, fans and musicians, local and throughout the state. Not international, but national. People really do know Scout Bar.
Absolutely. And they built so many relationships with bands that the Hunger used to tour with.
Because of their background, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Filter and Taproot and all these different bands, Saliva. So, all these
they
bands.
catered to what those guys wanted, what those guys talked about. They got it in probably back rooms, and they're like, man, I wish I could play here or there. Or they'd be like this, and they made it happen. So.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so the Hunger has released the first album in 15 years. So apparently, during COVID, they
inspiration.
Scout Bar
started flowing.
What's that? Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
actually, apparently they've already released one album. They released it just they're releasing it Saturday officially. It's already on Apple Music. It's already on YouTube. It's on Bandcamp and Spotify and all that. And even that was part of the interview. They're talking about even releasing an album has changed in the last 15 years, and we kind of got into detail on that. But So but
vinyls are back.
Right. No, and actually they're printing CDs. For some of the old, and of course the Hunger. They go back to like the late '80s. They were like, they kind of they were really ahead of their time. They at one point they're called.
We're talking just cassettes, or we talking 8 tracks?
No, they weren't 8 tracks, but they were on cassettes at some point. Yeah,
sure.
I think they're in the late.
Well, it was in the 80s that they did the transfer, right? What was it, like 82 cassettes started coming out? I don't know. But maybe it was 70.
Yeah, but the Hunger, I think they started in the late 80s, like 88, 89, had some really popular albums in 92, 94, 96 is probably the most popular album. They're signed by Universal, major label, toured with Kiss, and played the country, and it's but yeah, they've had a chance for the first time in 15 years. They've had a lot of albums remixed, and they've been active, they've been playing, they've been touring. They've played BuzzFest. They've done a lot of cool things in the last 15 years, but it's the first time they've actually released brand new music.
Sure, yeah, that's. I mean, yeah,
it's amazing what happens when when everything's shut down, right? So it's two brothers, Thomas